Hey everyone, this is Shepard, here with a little playthrough of the Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate demo. This time with the Sword and Shield against the Gormagala. Really a big fan of all the changes with Sword and Shield now. I think if you're to compare Monster Hunter Freedom Unite Sword and Shield to Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate's Sword and Shield, it's basically a completely different weapon, only because of how easy it is to combo, how mobile it is compared to the old one, etc., etc. Now, you may have seen a lot of the other videos with me in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, gone through a whole bunch of playthroughs against different bosses, but I think the demo actually adds something that's kind of neat for Monster Hunter. You could almost use it as like a competition model because everybody has the exact same items, the exact same setup, the exact same felines, or palicos I guess they're called now, etc., etc. So, for this playthrough, I'm trying to get it as close to 10 minutes as possible. You're given a 25-minute time limit. 10 minutes is a pretty good barometer. So if I get better than 10 minutes, or at least somewhat close, I'll be relatively happy. Of course, I think the biggest change now with 4 Ultimate compared to 3 Ultimate, if you've only played the one or the other, is just the verticality of it. So there's going to be a lot more movement options now. There's going to be a lot of climbing. There's going to be a lot of jumping. There's a lot of jumping attacks. And of course, the main thing is, of course, riding monsters. So, talk a little bit about that as I fight this guy, because again, this might be a lot of people's first real watching of 4 Ultimate content. Maybe you wanted to keep yourself spoiler-free, which I can kind of understand. Talk a little bit about the strategy I'm doing. Sword and Shield, I think especially now with how mobile you can be, you really want to make sure you're basically attacking all the time. You have attacks that you can do directly out of rolling. You can do a nearly instant attack with the R plus X. You can reset your combos in the middle of a combo by pressing A and back. So you kind of saw I did like a little leap back here, right there. And you can kind of reposition yourself while doing it, and it makes things a lot easier. If you do the X and A, which is the lunging attack, which is the same thing as attacking out of a sheath, you'll see if you're going up a vertical surface, you'll actually end up doing a jumping attack. Only certain weapons have jumping attacks they can do all the time. Many other weapons need at least some sort of surface that they can either climb up or jump down. Sword and Shield is one of them that you do need to have some sort of vertical surface to help you out. And so my main strategy really is, when at all possible, if he's incapacitated, tripped, or just presents the opportunity, I'm going for the face. Otherwise, I'm going for either the back legs or pretty much either the legs. As long as it's not the body or the wings, you're doing a reasonable amount of damage. Of course, the nice part is if you hit it enough, they'll trip. Which then gives you another opportunity to attack the face, and then you just keep going back and forth. Main reason, as you can see there, why you want to try and stay towards the back legs is it's a really safe place. I mean, there's really no severely damaging attacks he can do to you. He has this one really quick kind of lunge forward attack that he'll do back there that will pretty much always get you unless you can really just be lucky with your positioning. Otherwise, you're pretty much at his mercy. A little note about riding. I guess I'll talk about it a little bit. If he's not doing anything, there's really no reason not just to mash away. And even if he's doing something that's going to make him angry, such as screaming or you kind of moving around, you can feel free to kind of mash through that. It'll get him angry, but if you're just about to complete the bar, you may as well keep going. So don't stop just because there's a little bit of red. If you do it too much, though, you will get knocked off. But if you're like maybe 3, 4, 5 hits away, just keep mashing through that. It'll improve your times a bit. So far, so good. You know, I mean, this is kind of the strategy I've been really hoping to use against him, in that, you know, I'm going to be, staying towards the back legs, tripping, then going for the face again. There's going to be another phase probably coming up relatively soon where he's going to go into kind of his, I don't know what you're going to call it, awakened rage mode. It's kind of like Zinogre in that, you know, he's got to be angry first, except he just doesn't have to charge up unlike Zinogre. His horns will pop out, and then I'll kind of go over how that phase works. One quick note about the demo. You'll see that this Sword and Shield is letting off a lot of kind of like sleep puffs. those are purely cosmetic, or at least if they're not purely cosmetic, they're only doing like maybe 1 sleep damage, or they just made this Gormagala completely immune to sleep, because in all the times that I fought him in this demo, I have yet to actually be able to get him to fall asleep, which is a shame because you get bombs, you could use them. It'd be perfect to sleep bomb him. I just really want to point out, you saw I did a really quick attack from the standing motion there. I'm always going to recommend that if you can, go ahead and use that rather than just mashing the X button normally. The attack comes out a lot faster and can really lengthen your combo without increasing the amount of time that you're actually doing anything. And this ride that I just did was perfect. I mean, the worst thing that he can do is start flying, because it's really difficult to hit him. And if you're close to him and he starts flying, he can actually knock you back. If he stuns you while he's doing that, he'll almost always hit you with his little blight breath, or whatever you want to call it, virus breath. So I think the better times in this demo are going to come from people that are able to really minimize the amount of time that he spends in the air, whether it's through a little bit of luck or a little bit of riding when necessary. Something to mention also about riding, the demo, I think, really reduces the timer. What I found in the base game is, normally you'll be able to ride a monster if you force it about every 3 to 4 minutes. In the demo, I found that you can usually get it off a lot faster. And I decided I'd sharpen. You can see I haven't had any real problems hitting him basically constantly, so I'd much rather have a full sharpness weapon than get an extra half-strength combo off. Just makes sense. And that goes from the normal game, too. You see, this ride here would probably not have happened in the retail game, I don't think. And there's certain skills that can change your riding ability. I don't know the exact specifics. I think it causes the gauge to increase a little bit slower. Maybe have the stabs go a little bit faster to filling up the gauge, and maybe also change your stamina. I don't know if it changes the timer and how often you can actually ride. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the expert version did that. That being said, especially in a multiplayer game, riding, while effective, can be a little bit disheartening for your teammates because you're just kind of sitting there doing your own little mini-game while they watch you. So, I don't recommend doing it a ton. Oh, what? That timing! Timing is real. Okay, so this form is interesting. I mean, of course, this is Enrage attack. He's got a lot more damaging attacks in this. Everything basically goes around his head and directly in front of his head. So you have to be very careful, even more so in his normal form. The main challenge, though, is that the only way to knock him out of it, or the easiest way to knock him out of it, is you have to hit his head. So you see there, I had done enough damage while he was paralyzed to probably cause that to trigger, but I needed to do one actual attack when he was susceptible to flinching to actually completely knock him out of it. So it's going to be one of those things where you're going to have to get pretty adept at his timing, kind of really figure out when the best possible moment would be to try and hit the face to knock him out. But you know, whether it's a shock trap, pitfall trap, paralysis shots, or, I mean, I don't think the normal game gives you paralysis knives, but if they gave them to you, whatever it takes to get a good combo off and then one last hit to the head is normally enough. So we're more or less on track. I'd say maybe be able to do it in the next minute and 30-odd seconds. Certainly having him limping is encouraging. Main thing about riding is you have to make sure that you're actually above the monster. So there'll be times where you'll do a jumping attack and you'll be about the same z-axis as the monster. And sometimes that won't let an actual ride trigger. I know the mechanics, they retooled it a little bit from Monster Hunter 4. Monster Hunter 4 had many more instances of the hunter actually passing through level geometry and getting knocked off. That was sad. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's one of the Palico super abilities now. They can do cooperative attacks like that. And it actually didn't really help me out all that much because I was kind of hoping he would jump down and go into that pitfall trap. But seeing as we're going for time, I just have to kind of let that one trap go to waste unless we drop down below again. Okay, I think I'm just going to keep attacking. I know he's super close to dying, and you can tell, I mean, if you attack the legs or the tail or the head, it doesn't bounce anyway. So as long as I'm not hitting the body or the wings, I can continue to combo, which is important for the Sword and Shield. I feel like I've hit him so many times now. Okay, probably one last combo will do it. There we go. Alright, so 10 minutes, 11 seconds. That's probably as good as I'm gonna be able to get you. That was a pretty, relatively flawless fight. The only things, I didn't use any traps, they didn't actually get those utilized, nor did I utilize any bombs. So, I think if I'd used those in an opportune moment, I probably could have shaved off the last 11 seconds, but let that be a lesson. Oh, and hey, I got a plate too. Neat. So I don't know if I'm going to play through the demo with every weapon. If I do, I'll try to get it as close to 10 minutes as possible. I think that means I probably did an okay enough job. It'd be interesting to see everyone else's times, if anybody can beat. I'm sure some people can beat 10 minutes, 11 seconds. Give yourself enough time, you'll do it. It's not like it's the best time in the world or anything. Certainly, I think pretty good time with the Sword and Shield, though. Can't wait to use it with its new changes in the retail game. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. As usual, this is Shepard saying good luck and have a good hunt.